Okay, so another really good way to get into the union is by going through something called Hollywood CPR. It's basically a 2-year program that's in association with the West Los Angeles College. You do some time in the classroom and some time on set, and then you through that you will then get your 30 days, and you'll be eligible for the roster and you'll get union membership. They have their own orientation, so you can just look at hollywoodcpr.org. And they also have things um, for grip, for camera, for a bunch of different things. Yeah, not just set lighting. So, that kind of talking about roster placement and union membership. Um, just have to like clarify exactly what that means. So um, basically, there's two separate qualifications for working on a union job. One is you must be a union member, and then the other thing is that you have to be on the roster. And so the roster is something that is maintained by the producers, and the producers have set up an organization, contract services, in order to maintain the roster, to do safety training, things like that. And so, um, what basically, let's see, how this works is that there are a couple different rosters. There's the industry experience roster, which is like movies, TV shows, things like that. There is the commercial roster, and then there is also there was the new media roster that has now gone away, and then all of those shows are now under the industry experience roster. The commercial roster as well is kind of in process of going away. Um, it is it's supposed to have gone away in this last agreement, but it seems like there is a bit of struggle to actually make it happen. So for now, there's industry experience and commercial roster. And so it's important just to note that there are these two different rosters because you can't mix days from separate rosters to combine to make 30 days. So, like, if you get a bunch of days as a permit on commercials, let's say you get 10 days as a permit on commercials, and then you work on a feature and you do 20 days, and it flips. And so you can't combine the 20 and the 10 to make 30. You have to do either 30 days on commercials, 30 days on movies. So, let's see. Yeah, so the goal is that everything is condensed to the IER, industry experience roster. Um, and so as you are going through this process and as you're getting your days, the first thing you want to do once you get your first day is you want to apply to contract services. You can do that. I'll put some links below, but you can go to the contract services website. You can take the Safety Pass A class. And I think that, because of COVID, they're doing everything online now. And they have also done a 200-day roster extension. And I'll post a link below of the statement about that. And so, when you're applying to contract services, you'll take a color blindness test, you'll take a Safety Pass A class, and then you'll fill out the employment verification. And yes, you may also have to fill out an I-9 with them. And so you're just going to be collecting these employment verification letters after each show. The employment verification letters are something that you get from the payroll company. And so basically you'll just call or email the payroll companies that you've worked for, and you'll ask them for an employment verification letter. and you'll only do this once the show is completely over. It'll just give you a slip of paper that says how many days you worked, and it's important to get these as you go because it can take time to for contract services to approve these letters, and if you submit 6 different letters at once, it's going to take them a lot more time than if you submit your letters as you go. They approve them as you go, and then when you submit your final letter, it's just 1 letter for 1 day or something that they need to approve. And you'll want to follow up very often. It is very common in my experience for contract services to maybe drag their feet a bit, and then once you start calling them and bugging them often to approve your days, then they magically get it done quickly. Contract services is not affiliated with Local 728 directly in any way, so yes, you can be very persistent. That's fine. Once you do, the other thing too is the notice of intent to place. Basically, once they have your 30 days on file, contract services is going to say, okay, great, you have 30 days. We are going to put you on the roster. So they are going to send 728 a letter that says, hey, we're going to put this person on the roster. 728 is going to say, okay, let's see those days that they say that they have, and they will check those days. They'll make sure that every time you worked as a permit that there was permission to hire outside of the membership for those days, and then they will extend union membership to you by sending you a packet. So then you're going to have to, at that point, you will have to pay the initiation fee and your first dues payment. When you submit the final day, you really want to make sure that you are ready to pay. Because when 728 contacts you, you'll have 10 days to come into the local and pay no less than half of the initiation fee. The other half would be due in 30 days. There are some things that we can do if you're not sure about if you can come up with the money. So it's worthwhile just to talk to the local and just get that line of communication open as soon as you can. So let's see. So yeah, and because you can get loans. First Entertainment is a credit union that understands what our industry is about, and the cost of the initiation fee, things like that. And the initiation fee it's based on 40 hours times 4 at the SLT rate. So it is going up often, but it's just because our wages are going up often. After you pay the initiation fee, you'll then have to pay dues, which are right now they're about $290 a quarter. And again, it's based off of our wages, so it does go up time to time. But that's $80, $90 a month, something like that. So it's pretty reasonable. And let's see. Yeah, it's very important to keep your pay stubs, especially if contract services or anybody, the local tries to dispute that you actually worked those days. Having those pay stubs is good insurance for you. So, yeah, I think that I'm going to stop this video here. It's a little long, so yeah, we'll finish. I think we'll be able to finish it up in the next video, and we'll talk about how you can get involved and make some new friends who are in your similar position, and then also once you become a member.